Last one in below the waist. So field in line for the Jamaica Racehorse Owners Association Trophy. It's over 10 furlongs. We wait on a light. We now have it. They're all set to go. They're off. Nyabinghi gets a good start out wide. Ovation right there with Global Warming and Vonalmighty. Below the waist, the rider having a peep over his shoulder. That's Chow, as below the waist is now sent into a lead as they pass us for the first time. Nyabinghi tracking down against the fence, joining the leader. Just on the inside, Global Warming in the white cap. Vonalmighty racing out wide. Further back to Ovation, then Regal Sensation, and Prince Rohan as usual will do his running from the back as they leave the mile and make their way to the back stretch. Nyabinghi on the rail, right there on the outside. That's below the waist now, showing up by the fleur of a nostril as they're about to arrive at the 7. Global Warming has them covered in third. Regal Sensation moving through horses. Vonalmighty racing out 3 wide. Ovation kept back on the rail, 7 or 8 lengths off that lead, and Prince Rohan contented to bounce along at the back. They go rushing now past the 6 and head to the 5, and below the waist has eked out a length and a quarter lead. Nyabinghi Griffith still bracing. Regal Sensation now pulling alongside, and these 3 now begin to move almost together as a team as they leave the 5. Global Warming further back watching them closely, then Vonalmighty, Ovation in behind him, and Prince Rohan not asked to go yet as they're about to arrive at the half mile. They'll go into that turn with Nyabinghi pressing below the waist for the lead, but below the waist continues to put up a fight. There goes Regal Sensation tracking them as Nyabinghi now grabs it. Regal Sensation moving alongside. Below the waist under a ride and beginning to fade back as they go racing past the 3. A gap back to Vonalmighty. In behind those Global Warming and Ovation, and now Prince Rohan is asked to run, but is this too late as Nyabinghi and Regal Sensation turn for home at the top of the lane, a quarter of a mile to go, and these 2 continue to fight eye to eye. Vonalmighty being shaken hard by the rider. Prince Rohan will come from back of those as they run toward the final furlong. It's Nyabinghi and the fighting Regal Sensation. Here comes Vonalmighty now asked to kick in. Prince Rohan has a lot to find. Nyabinghi just the leader toward the outside. Vonalmighty explodes, and Vonalmighty just gets up to beat Nyabinghi, Regal Sensation, Prince Rohan and Ovation. In the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner of the Jamaica Racehorse Owners Association Trophy, number 4, Vonalmighty. A 5-year-old bay gelding by Western Classic. Lunar Explosion by Outflanker. Brenham Stables Limited. Own Richard Azan and Von White. Train Richard Azan. The second win on the card for jockey Dane Nelson. Second 1, Nyabinghi. Third 5, Regal Sensation. Fourth 6, Prince Rohan. Final time, 2 minutes 10 and 3/5, and your attention is called to the winner's enclosure for the presentation of the Jamaica Racehorse Owners Association Trophy. Making the presentation, Mr. Lawrence Hefes. He makes it to Richard Azan Jr. Your attention called to the winner's enclosure for the presentation of the Jamaica Racehorse Owners Association Trophy. Making the presentation, Lawrence Hefes. He makes it to Richard Azan Jr. Representing owners of Vonalmighty, Richard Azan Sr. and Von White. They also receive a Gickley print on canvas, and this will be of the winning horse, donated by Mr. Nicky Chai. 5 bags of feed from High Pro and a spa treatment from Diva Salon. Mr. George Lowe presents to Richard Azan Sr. representing himself, the winning trainer. He will receive 10 bags of feed with oats, donated by Hype Pro Feeds. Dave Girard will present on behalf of the winning rider, Dane Nelson. Also, the jock will receive $5,000 cash and a spa treatment, Diva Salon. Cynthia Aikman will present to Donovan Thomas on behalf of the winning groom, Seabert Lewis. And that's a 10-speed bicycle. Mr. Bruce Bayliss will present 12 Seek exercise books. Second place receives 3 bags of feed. Third place, 1 bag of feed. Fourth place, also 1 bag of feed.